Welcome back to Apple Juice 24/7 for the latest in tech. Today we're going to take a deeper look at the next gen iPad Pro set to be released in 2021. Let's get started. For this episode's breakdown of the 2021 iPad Pro, we'll look at display, processor, cameras, and accessories. Starting with the display, the iPad Pro has always adopted an LCD display until next year. It's expected to have the same sizes, but will go for mini LED or OLED display technologies, which offer superior blacks, higher contrast, and higher brightness without taking battery life. Next-gen iPad Pros will also favor 120Hz refresh rates as it does now with OLED or mini LED panels, which will be a huge step forward for displays on iPad. Next, we move on to processors. The new iPad Pro is expected to have an A14X Bionic chip, which will be a huge improvement over its previous generation, coupling with a U1 chip, which will help the device communicate with nearby Apple devices and for more accurate location data to find lost Apple devices. The A14X chip will also incorporate 5G for the first time on an iPad. Because of the huge leap forward the A14X chip is expected to be, it will be comparable to the new M1 chip featured in Macs for performance. This will result in huge performance improvements and graphics processing, which will bring the most efficient RAM, battery life, processing, and graphics improvements to the iPads. Next, we move on to the iPad Pro's expected camera setup. The next generation iPad Pro next year will keep the LiDAR sensor, wide angle, and ultra wide image sensors that it has now, but will likely improve upon its imaging capturing capabilities and video quality. I'd expect it's a safe bet to assume that the next generation iPad has imaging capabilities comparable to the iPhone 12 this year and an updated LiDAR sensor as well. Next, we move on to accessories. Apple this year, with the refresh of the iPad Pro, introduced the Magic Keyboard. Next year's iPad Pro expects some refinements for the overall design of the Magic Keyboard, but no hardware changes will likely be seen. With the Apple Pencil, which has largely been unchanged since 2018's redesign of the iPad, there will likely be some hardware changes to the design of the Apple Pencil as well as increased accuracy. Some additional functionality could also be coming to the Apple Pencil through more touch sensors as well as customization. Thank you so much for tuning into Apple Juice 24/7 for the latest in tech. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.